barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to join the Patreon. Click the link in the description box. Okay, click the link in the description box, and we go live every night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we have a great time in the barbershop, man. So come on through, man. I want to talk about something, man. I live in LA, right? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because, just my opinion, LA has been in mourning for a year now, right? We lost Nip March 31st, and in January we lost Kobe, right? So by many accounts, people in LA has lost their favorite basketball player and their favorite rapper, right? And for those of you who don't know by now, I literally live in the epic center of Nipsey Hussle, right? Pretty much, right? I'm blocks away. I saw Nipsey in the morning when he dropped off his daughter. Lincoln and Nipsey's daughter used to go to school right across the street from each other, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? I used to drive down my street quite often. And I said all that to say this. It's about time we wake up. You know what I mean? It's about time we wake up and start putting out energy in places that need to be placed. And what I'm alluding to is, I went from local. Now I'm gonna go from national to micro, or from micro to macro. Sean Reed lost his life in Indianapolis. Ahmaud Arbery lost his life in Georgia. And a beautiful young woman lost her life in Louisville, Kentucky. Right? And those were all by police and people who feel that they can oppress us. And I'm not here for to talk about, give you entertainment value by demonizing people or demonizing us. Like, I think it's incredibly important that we shift our mindset to fighting the cause, whether it's sharing, whether it's donating, whether it's actually being on the ground in these particular cities. Find a way to be an asset to your community, to your culture. If you're, I said this, if you're tweeting, Facebooking, what else can you do? Tweeting, Facebooking, Instagramming, YouTubing, negative shit, it's not the time, man. I was like, it should be a moratorium on hate Instagrams and Facebooks and tweets and YouTube videos. And we're here fighting COVID-19. The police is brutally attacking us. I don't think we should have time. I genuinely don't think we should have time to be doing this thing, you know. And it came on my show last night, and I'm sitting there like, nah, this ain't where I'm at, man. My mindset is there, and I'm very open, and I wear my emotions on my sleeve. And I told you guys, I am very passionate about what I believe in. You know, I'm very passionate about how I feel, and ultimately my motive. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be Malcolm X on YouTube. I aspire to have hopefully many of his characteristics at some point, you know. And I definitely want to keep his name alive. I was born in Harlem. You know, I want to keep his name alive. You know, you cannot live in Harlem and not know who Marcus Garvey and or Malcolm X is. These are our first heroes. You know, we don't know who Christopher Columbus is in Harlem. You know, we don't celebrate Christopher Columbus. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't know who Christopher Columbus is basically till I came to California, basically. You know, so I think we got to get out of that mindset in search of finding something to make fun of, in search of creating controversy. You know what I mean? Little things are not big things now. COVID-19 is big. You know what I mean? Mr. Arbery, Mr. Reed, and the young woman down in Louisville, Kentucky, and the list goes on and on and on. Oh, that's the big thing now. That's what we should be putting our efforts to, man. And I personally like, and I say this genuinely, like, it doesn't emotionally move me when people say negative things about me. It doesn't, man. It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't want to make videos about them. I don't want to hate them. Um, now is not the time. You know what I mean? 3 years ago, when I was on YouTube and someone probably said something bad about me, I would probably respond. You know, but now I understand. I have a greater grasp of what I want to be on this internet. I've never asked you guys for donations. I've never asked you guys to give me anything. Hey, can you leave the gate unlocked? I forgot my key. Thank you. Uh, um, you know, so I think it's just that important, man. You know, like, you know, these are my tenants. They going through, I don't know what they're going through, but if I can be an asset to them, be an asset to them. You know what I mean? I think it's time we learn to be assets, you know? Learn to be human. Learn to love humanity. You know what I mean? And I say this, if people are, if you're promoting hate in the climate that we're in right now, as an American, COVID-19, and then as a black man, you're a sick individual. I think you're a sick individual, and may God be with you. You know what I mean? You know, I genuinely, inherently want us all to win. You know what I mean? It's no need to send me things on what people say about me. They ain't, what they say today has been said about me 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Oh, Fred don't love himself. Fred married an Asian woman. Fred thinks he's Malcolm X. Fred thinks Fred ain't rich. Fred has a short man complex. What else? Wherever else you could think of. Let's just say all of that is true. Okay? Fred has a short man complex. Fred married an Asian woman. Fred failed as a politician. Let's say all of that is true. Okay, I love using me as an example, good, bad, or indifferent, right? Whether I'm talking about how much money I'm worth or whether we're talking about to prove a point. Let's say all of this shit is true, right? It doesn't take away the fact that the three people that I've mentioned were racially oppressed in their respective cities. It doesn't take away that we're fighting COVID-19 right now. Use your platform, use your voice to make us better tomorrow. That's all I'm asking us to do. You know what I mean? If you're listening to someone spew hate, and if you're listening to someone spew hate and you're transferring that hate to someone else as opposed to fighting that hate, you're an advocate of hate. Right? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I'm going to use me as the example. Everything that people say about me on the internet is true. Let's just say it's true. Okay? I don't care. Okay? What I care about right now is getting the McMichaels convicted, Sean Reed getting justice, the young woman in Louisville, and everyone going through that. That's what I inherently care about right now. Okay? I don't give a fuck about what someone saying super chat or something. Quarantine courage. I'm not taking credit for that now. I don't really care about fighters having quarantine courage right now. You know what I mean? We should be concerned about hugging Tony Harrison right now. Anthony Yard right now. You should be concerned with how to be an asset to them right now. Anthony Yard lost 2 people to COVID-19. Tony Harrison lost his father. That's what we should be caring. It's so, as a collective right now, we should be caring about us and the people beside us. I know it's hard. People want. I know y'all want to be entertained. Y'all want to be entertained. Come to the barbershop, man. We call each other names. We have fun. But the one thing we're not going to do is disrespect one another. You know what I mean? Not in a space like this, man. It's just not cool. And I abide by that. You know. Um, so. Um, so I don't know what they're saying about me at this point, but we're just going to assume that everything is true. Okay. Let's just. You don't have to DM me. You don't have to call me. If you're not DMing me or contacting me about Ahmaud Arbery, Sean Reed, the young woman in Louisville, COVID-19, how can we become better? You're a fool. You're a lazy fool. Okay? How can we get better? This is a worldwide epidemic that we're in. Yeah, leave it open. Thank you, bro. You know, you know what I mean? I mean, the young man I just spoke to, man, every tenant in this building is Mexican. It's a whole family. It's literally an entire family that live in this remodel that I'm doing. Did I look at them and say, oh, I can't help you because you're not black? No, I helped them to the best of my abilities. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just real. Be human. Be human right now. Be human. I'm asking you guys to be human. All right? How hard is it just to be human? Just to breathe? You know what I mean? Everyone's fighting the same cause right now, COVID-19. You know what I mean? If you white, you should be speaking up about Ahmaud Arbery. If you're Mexican, you should be speaking up. If you're Asian, you should be speaking up about Ahmaud Arbery. You know what I mean? If you're black, you should be speaking up about the Ahmaud Arbery case. You know? And it's not too much of us to ask, you know? Like, let's, dude, if I forgot these keys. God damn, man. You know when you have, I'm sidetracked. I'm doing so many, anyways, y'all don't care about that shit. But anyways, man, I just want us to love each other right now. I don't know what love looks like to you, whether it's going outside playing basketball with your sons, whether it's doing your daughter's hair, whether it's cooking you a great meal, whether it's giving your neighbors a meal. If you know your neighbors are struggling, if you can't give them something, call them. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. You know what I mean? That's what we should be, man. You know, this searching for hate, and y'all go ahead and enjoy that shit, man. And you're talking to a man who really wants for nothing. Financially, I want for nothing. You know what I mean? It's not false that I'm wealthy. It's really real. But I also know and believe and fully grasp and understand I'm not in this world by myself. Okay? I'm not in this world by myself. I know it takes us. Simply put, man, it takes us. You know what I mean? Where I fall short, I hope that you're strong at. You know what I mean? Where I'm strong at, I hope I can make you stronger at the end of the day. No one person is the same, man. You don't have to have uniformity to be unified. I say that again. You do not have to be uniform. You don't have to have uniformity to be unified. Write that shit down. Make that shit a life's mantra. Make that shit a daily's mantra, a monthly's mantra. It's that important, okay? It's okay for Malcolm X to be a reformed pimp, player, hustler, and be Malcolm X. Or excuse me, Red to be Malcolm X. It's okay for you to have 2 strikes and open up a barbershop in your hood. It's okay for you to go to college and then go back and serve your community. We're not the same. We're not uniform, but we can be unified. You know what I mean? Whether you're in Brunswick, Georgia, or Bristol, Connecticut, or Harlem, New York, or South LA, you know, it's that important that we be unified and stay unified. You know what I mean? Excuse me, have unity. You know, so anyways, I love y'all, man. This is on the heels of from our live yesterday. From the I mean, it was very enlightening. I learned a lot, but I'm not here I'm here for disagreements, for sure. But I'm not here for the visceral hate. I don't give a fuck about that in this thing. Like, I've cried more than I've laughed the last 10 days. Okay? Alright? Call it what you want. Believe what you want. Alright? You know what I mean? And I think it's incredibly important that we stay attached to humanity. It's very important that we stay attached to humanity. Okay, please, I urge everyone, stay attached to humanity. It's important. Don't ever think that your job title, how much money you make, or how many women you have, or whatever the case, man, how many cars you drive, or in my case, how many buildings I own, or whatever your net worth is. Do not detach yourself from humanity. Okay? Anyways, man. Barbershop conversations, man. You guys have a splendid day. I'm gonna go back and put these windows in, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing the day in the life too. So it's just on some. So feel free. Don't mean much, but I figured since I'm doing the same thing every day. So, anyways, man, this is a quarantine life. So if you get entertained by me, y'all can see the progress of shit. I'll just show you guys my rehab, day in the life. All right, my rehab. So, anyways, man. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Check on your strong friends too. Check on them. Don't DM them. Don't email them. Call them. Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.